Hello, welcome back to the Interesting Facts section of Facts 5 Minutes. In this episode of Interesting Facts, we will explore some hypothetical questions about the universe. What would happen if Earth's gravity was halved? Why don't we send all the world's trash into space? If we fired a bullet into space, where would it go assuming no collisions? All the answers can be found in the video right after this from Facts 5 Minutes. What would happen if Earth's gravity was halved? This is a difficult and complex question. However, within the scope of this video, we will provide a simple and general perspective. Firstly, for gravity to be reduced by half, Earth would somehow have to lose half of its mass. This would significantly reduce our planet's diameter, causing subsequent events to become extremely complicated and unpredictable. For simplicity, let's assume the size and density of Earth's matter remain constant, and only gravity, i.e., the gravitational force Earth exerts on all objects, suddenly reduces by half. In the short term, the most noticeable effect is that your weight would be halved. You would walk more easily and jump higher even though your mass remains unchanged. It's important to distinguish that mass is the amount of matter in your body, whereas weight is the magnitude of the gravitational force acting on that mass. This means that Olympic records in high jump and long jump events would be broken. In the long term, living in a low-gravity environment would make you significantly weaker. Your muscles would atrophy, and your skeletal system, as well as your heart, would become more fragile. The changes wouldn't be limited to humans. Having gravity would also mean that plants would grow taller. Animals whose sizes are limited by gravity, like elephants or blue whales, could become even larger. Higher up, a large amount of Earth's atmospheric gases would escape because our planet would no longer be able to hold them all. This would lead to a significant drop in atmospheric pressure. Water would boil at lower temperatures, and humans and land animals would have to breathe more actively to get enough oxygen. Along with this, the escape velocity would be lower. NASA would need less fuel to launch satellites into orbit. Space travel would become more accessible. Further out, the orbits of artificial satellites would change, disrupting satellite-based telecommunications, and GPS would become inaccurate. Lastly, the moon's image in the night sky would gradually shrink as Earth's gravitational pull would no longer be strong enough to keep the moon in its current position. What do you think would happen if Earth's gravity suddenly halved? Let us know in the comments below. Why don't we send trash into space? Apart from causing extreme pollution in space, it would cost an astronomical amount of money. Specifically, it is estimated that the average American generates 4.6 pounds, 2.08 kilograms, of household waste per day. Assuming everyone on Earth produces the same amount of waste as Americans, the daily amount of household waste generated by humanity would be approximately 16,940,000 tons. Over a year, this would amount to around 6,183,100,000 tons. Given the current cost of transporting equipment to low Earth orbit, altitudes ranging from 160 to 2,000 kilometers, is between $14,000 and $20,000 per kilogram, we can easily calculate the cost to send all of humanity's household waste into space for 1 year would be approximately between $86,563,400,000,000 and $123,662,000,000,000, about 824 to 11,000 times the projected GDP of the entire world in 2024. If we fired a bullet into space, how far would it go? Due to the near-zero friction in outer space and the universe expanding at an accelerating rate, the bullet in the question would theoretically continue to move for an extremely long time. However, it wouldn't be forever. Firstly, outer space is not an absolute vacuum. Cosmic dust particles and gas molecules like hydrogen or helium scattered across interstellar and intergalactic space would theoretically exert an extremely small amount of friction on the bullet, slowing its speed over tens of billions of years. Secondly, gravitational forces from stars, galaxies, or supermassive black holes that the bullet passes by would alter its trajectory, eventually causing it to enter the orbit of something. If it's a planet, it would burn up in the atmosphere. If it's a star, it would vaporize. If it's an asteroid or a smaller celestial body, it would shatter or embed itself into it. Even if you assume that the bullet doesn't experience any friction or gravitational forces from cosmic objects as mentioned above, it still couldn't travel forever. Simply put, nothing lasts forever, not even our universe. Indeed, the Big Freeze or heat death is one of the scenarios for the end of our ever-expanding universe. This scenario suggests that, over time, stars and galaxies will run out of fuel, moving so far apart that the universe reaches a state with no thermodynamic free energy left, meaning no further motion or life can be sustained. In summary, nothing lasts forever, and a bullet fired into space would eventually meet its end as well. We hope these insights sparked your curiosity and provided a deeper understanding of these intriguing topics. If you have any other fascinating questions or thoughts, feel free to share them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Facts 5 Minutes for more interesting facts and thought-provoking content. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.